Hey, in this video, I'm going to show you an alternative to HostGator, which you probably see all over YouTube. But this is another very reliable web hosting company that's been around for about 15 years. And after we check that out, then we're also going to, my grandson just peeked in, we're also going to install WordPress using the one-click installation Softaculous, which this hosting company offers. All right, if you have any comments or questions, post them below the video in the comment section. And of course, you are going to need web hosting. Here's a place that I can recommend. I use them myself, one of the two hosting companies that I use, InMotion Hosting. Very reliable, very well established. They've been around for about 15 years. They use fast SSD servers to store your website files. SSD stands for solid state drive, I believe. It's faster than the old style servers. Their support is US based. And you can chat with them, email them, call them, pretty much any time of the day or night, 365 days of the year. Now, they normally have pretty decent prices, but if you want to get some special pricing on InMotion and go check them out and see what they have to offer, go to myeasywp.com, and that will take you to this web page right here, which InMotion made for my visitors. We'll scroll down the page a little bit and check out their 3 basic shared hosting plans, along with the special pricing you get if you come to my webpage. Now, I do receive a commission from InMotion Hosting if you do come to this webpage and purchase web hosting, but you're not going to get charged anything extra for doing so. Actually, you're going to get a pretty good discount on your web hosting if you come to my webpage. And if you are finding value from my video or videos and are planning on purchasing web hosting anyway, you're going to get a pretty good deal on some very good web hosting if you do purchase when you come to my webpage. If you do already have web hosting and are considering changing, InMotion makes it real easy for you to do that by offering you free site transfer of your existing website content with zero downtime. So something to consider there if you are considering changing your web hosting. Let's go ahead and hover over the Order Now button and we'll go through the purchase process for 1 year of hosting with the launch plan. So I'll go ahead and click on that button. And on this page, you'll see your shopping cart with your plan you're purchasing and the discounts you're getting. And right here is where you can either purchase a domain at InMotion, and I believe it's like, I think $15 a year, or you can do what I normally do and say I already own this domain and type in a domain that you've already purchased somewhere else. I'll do that and click, I'll have to go back one, go like this, and click continue. And they're offering us a special upgrade to the power plan for only a couple bucks more a month. I'm going to click no thanks right now. Here's where you choose where your servers are going to be located, either US East Coast or US West Coast. I'll choose the West Coast because that's where I am located. And you can even have InMotion install WordPress for you, but we're going to say no thanks because we'll go through that WordPress installation ourselves. Very easy process, and it's something you probably want to know how to do yourself. So we're going to click continue. Here's where you can enter in your email. Make sure it's a good email, of course, because they will send you your account info to that email. I'm going to click continue one more time. And this last page, before you go through the purchase process, is where you just enter in all your account and payment info. And after you do that, then you'll just click on review your order and go through the purchase process. And once you've gone through the purchase process, InMotion is going to send you several emails. Here's one of them with all your account data on here. You have to actually set your own password for what they call your account management panel. So just click on this link right here. And it took me to this login screen because I've clicked on these links before, but it might normally take you to a page that looks something like this where you set your password for your account management panel AMP. But either way, if it takes you to this screen right here, all you have to do is click this I don't remember my password and go through the process to reset your password. And once you get your password set, of course, you'll have to log into your account. I'll click this I'm not a robot button right here. Urge! Hey, I forgot to mention that if you did buy your domain and your web hosting separately, you will have to connect them together via what are called the name servers. And it's a very simple process. I do have a couple videos. I'm not going to cover it in this video, but I do have a couple videos you could watch for if you bought your domain at Namecheap or at GoDaddy. And it's a pretty similar process no matter where you bought your domain. You can just look it up online too if you want to. Here are the two name servers for InMotion hosting. If you bought your hosting there, your shared hosting, you just use these two right there. If you bought your hosting, say at HostGator, they will send you an email which will include your two name servers you need to use. Very simple process, like I said, but if you don't want to do it yourself, you could even just get your name servers handy and then call up your domain registrar where you bought your domain and say, hey, I need to connect my name servers to my hosting, my domain and my web hosting together via the name servers. Could you do it for me? And I'm sure most places will be more than happy to help you out. And once you've logged in, it'll take you to your account management panel, your AMP screen. This will show you all your account data. If you scroll down just a little bit on the page, it'll show you your cPanel account, and that's what we want to install WordPress. So we are going to click on cPanel. You're logged in automatically, and we're just going to scroll down the cPanel screen until we see software and services, and we're going to click on Softaculous. Then we're just going to hover over the WordPress symbol and click on this install button right there. And this will show you which version of WordPress you are going to install. Generally, it's pretty up to date. This is the most current version of WordPress at the time of this video. Under software setup, you choose your protocol. You basically either want to choose the HTTP or with the www, unless you bought an SSL certificate, and then you'll want to choose one of these two options which have the HTTPS in them. We're just going to leave it as is. Choose your domain if you have more than one. Right here, if you want to install WordPress in a directory, most likely you will not want to do that, but I am going to because I don't want to install over my main WordPress installation right now, so I'm going to install it in a directory. But you'll most likely want to leave this area blank yourself. Your site name, which is going to be your site title, and your site description, that is your tagline. You can change these later, so I'm just going to leave them as is right now. The next section is your admin account section. You'll choose an admin username and an admin password. Just choose something for your admin username besides admin. So I'm just going to type something in here like this. For your admin password, I'm going to hide that so you don't see it, sorry. Just choose something that you can remember, or at least go write it down somewhere in a text file or Word document so that you can remember it, because for security reasons, InMotion Softaculous is not going to send you this password in an email or show you anywhere else. So make sure you write this down somewhere because you are going to need it. All right, for your admin email, I'm going to change that to this right here. Choose your language, English, no doubt, unless you have a different language. And then, of course, you have some options here. We're going to skip the limited logins, plugins right here. Advanced options we're not going to look at right now. Paste in an email right here so they can email our installation details, but that will not include the passwords. And then I'm just going to click install. All right, that took about 30 seconds or so. Here's our URL that we installed WordPress at, and here's our administrative URL, which is just our WP admin URL, which is just your domain name, then a / and then WP-admin. I'm just going to go ahead and click on that, and that will take you straight to your WordPress dashboard. Now, normally you're just going to have to put in your URL of your site and then put a / and then WP-admin, and then log in with your admin username and password. Now, before we get started setting up our site, here is a blog post on my WPHowTos.com site that you may find helpful. It started out as just a way to list some WordPress plugins that I use and recommend, and we are going to go over WordPress plugins a little bit later in the video, but I've started adding more resources to it, so you may find it helpful. There's some sources for royalty-free images, and I even started a simple little checklist down here. This stuff is pretty basic we're going over, but you may find it helpful to have a little checklist when you're first getting started with WordPress. So check out the blog post.